Good morning, everyone. It's gonna be another pretty day. So you know what that means? We're gonna do more outside work. So I was just watching Mr. Ed Jeff's video on his screen divider boards, and it reminded me I've got a stack of them that I want to use. And now they need to get them cleaned up and some work done on them. See, some of them are just screened inner covers, but I'm gonna use them and convert them into screen divider boards. Yep. We're gonna get us some yep, that's what we're gonna do with them. And I've got plenty of them for this year. We'll get those cleaned up. Yep. We need a shed. What did I do with, oh, there it is. I'm gonna take this back down here. Geese. I probably can't see them on the camera. Been hearing them quite a bit lately. So I was going through the nooks for in the nook bank, and you know, I had pulled them up just after that pretty good freeze, and they had even been sitting beeless, so no heat in them. But I have a cautionary tale. You might want to be sure, because 2 weeks they've gone to town, and so I've probably lost a bit of useful comb. Crap, I even had them shoved away in a storage room. But some of this I'll be able to clean up, but like this one I'll probably just scrape out. Scrape that one out, that one I'll clean up. But yeah. See, here in the Northwest, we're lucky enough to have both types of them. Yeah. Cautionary tale. Take care of your drawn comb. It's gold. In some ways it's more important than the bees. Well, that kind of sucks. About half of that I'm just going to scrape out. But that means I'm going to have to use a lot more of my maple flow to draw fresh frames. I already am culling out half of my drawing comb, and there's another 8. So what I've been doing, kind of visualizing. Thought I'd share it. Getting tired of walking back up and down the hill though. But here's what we've got kind of figured. I want to do pretty much the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to build me a second nook bank, and I'm going to convert box over. That way I've got 6 nooks on that side, 6 nooks on that side. And then, because that's how many bays I've got. And the theory is make our queens in here. The returned ones will then come out of here and go into these pre-seeded nook banks. Now they'll be, you know, just one hive or one deep or one body at that time. One nook bank, one nook body, one nook box at that time. And so we'll take them and put them right out over here. And with, well, let's start that over. Well, take two. Okay, so last year I had the long hive up there and I was using that as my nursery, and I ran into issues in my last batch of getting the bees to move down here. So we moved that down here, and I'm going to run it down here this year. And I normally run about 4 out of the 6. So, but just in case, we've got 6 nooks on each side, so that if it comes back all mated, we can just transfer them over. But normally I only came back with about 4 out of the 6 was the top. So that's why I wanted the nook banks. And I'm going to build a second one and set up same sort of thing on this side, so that way we can mate queens in here, transfer them over to the nooks to grow, and then just kind of do a sequence thing. And that way I should be able to make 3 or 4 runs depending on. And then depending on how fast they grow, they may ride out their first season, you know, growing through these here. And I've got an idea for making it's a plywood sheet that'll just kind of strap down and have hang down tarps to be able to run them here over the winter and keep them covered for the winter, but then come summer just be able to pull the sheet of plywood off, set it back there or something. When I get the new colonies, I'm going to put them back here on this bench, and that's where they're going to start at here. Still got the one down here in the corner to go through today. (43, 44 degrees. Oh, we got girls waking up down here. Or a girl. They're doing no moving. Fall over. No bees there. Well, they're not awake yet. Wonder how much wax moth I got in this stuff. I didn't look through it very extensively, but sitting down here. I don't see any webbing. I've got some mold on the bottom there. That's not good. Definitely need to winter in singles. I don't see any webbing on these. Man, those nooks had been sitting in my storage room for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Wax moths go nuts. And I pulled them in right after the freeze. My word. I guess it only takes missing one. And I probably missed 50. I hate wax moth. My nemesis. sticky. Like sticky. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do for our queen system, nook system, breeding system. I don't know what you'd call it. Want to be able to get the colonies and be able to pull little bits of strength. You know, in 2 months from now, these will be up and strong. But I think I might use my maples for growth and focus on blackberries this year. And that's what we're gonna do as far as for making our queens and such. Make little 3-framers. I can do that also if I wanted to just make a bunch of queens. I can just bank all this out with high frame feeder and make it the queens. Well, I'm gonna deal with those and come down and deal with that later. Blessed days, everyone. Bye. Did kind of surprise me how fast on some of this. Oh well. They're gonna freeze now. Look at that big old fatty right there. Well, glad I don't have small hive beetles. These guys are enough of a pain in the butt. Blessed days, everyone. Bye. Cautionary Tale.